Cheap old homes from history. The cheapest possible home that someone could have historically in the United States was a dugout home. A lot of your ancestors would have lived in something like this if you have any level of pioneer ancestor, anyone who moved west, especially in the earlier days. But these things were still being used in the Great Depression. I have relatives that lived in these things. These were super common, especially in the plains where there wasn't a whole lot of lumber to be able to build a house. So instead, they had to just dig down deep. This was a good way to have good insulation, prevent yourself from getting torn apart by tornadoes, and could be built fairly quickly so that you could then start to worry about your fields or potentially building a better house that might take longer, it might cost more money, but in the meantime, you still have somewhere you can live that's not just a covered wagon or a tent. Now, besides dugout homes, there's also sod homes, which are a very common form of home for people, especially in the Arctic climates like Iceland, Sweden, Finland, where they would take these pieces of sod and pile it all up on top of each other. It's super good insulation. You can build it super quickly. There's people still living in dugouts or sod homes. I mean, technically, to this day, there are still places around the world that still live in these things. But last time I talked about this, there was someone in my comments saying that his grandma lived in one of these things in the 70s.